Could a rusty piece of bronze in our hands invalidate all of our history books? If this artifact is truly a computer from 2000 years ago, then the answer is an emphatic yes. Our history books, you see, tell us a comfortable, yet ultimately deceptive lie, a seemingly flawless and perfectly linear success story, stretching from ancient cave walls all the way to our modern smartphones. But what if this entire story is completely false? What if those who lived thousands of years before us possessed a knowledge that even our modern minds struggle to comprehend? Today, we are stepping into that forbidden zone where archaeology has remained completely silent and engineering has been unable to provide any answers. If you are ready, we are now beginning the process of reviving humanity's long-lost memory, because the past, as you might have imagined, was actually far more technical, much more impossible, and significantly more mysterious than you could ever have conceived. Everything began in 1901, 45 meters beneath the sea, off Greece's Antikythera island. Bronze-geared wheels, recovered from a Roman shipwreck, were dated to the 1st century BC. However, this is no ordinary artifact. It was an analog computer simulating the heavens a full 1600 years before Isaac Newton. Its more than 30 intricate gears calculated the movements of the sun and moon, and even the millimetric deviations within the planet's orbits. This intricate mechanism, which incorporates differential gear systems, provides compelling evidence that a mathematical understanding far more advanced than our own flourished in the ancient world. So, how could such a remarkably complex engineering discipline have simply vanished for an entire millennium? Was this remarkable device perhaps the final representative of a truly massive library, completely erased from the dusty annals of history, or perhaps the last vestige of a lost academic civilization? The mystery continues, unfolding through the very language of stones. Pumapunku, located on Bolivia's high plateaus, is where the era of intricate stonework ended and the age of mechanization truly began. The andesite blocks found here exhibit an astonishing level of precision, one that would have been utterly impossible to achieve using only primitive copper chisels. The H-shaped structures and millimeter-precise channels on these blocks are absolutely flawless, as if they were perfectly cast from a mold. Modern engineers assert that the 90-degree internal angles observed on stones of this remarkable hardness can only be fashioned using high-speed machinery equipped with diamond-tipped tools. As these massive stones interlock perfectly, just like Lego pieces, it poses a profound question to us. What was that incredible mechanical power that could precisely cut these enormous stones like soft cheese thousands of years ago? The Serapeum, discovered deep within Egypt's underground tunnels in Saqqara, stands as the most compelling evidence for forbidden archaeology. Here are 24 gigantic granite boxes, each weighing at least 80 tons. The lids of these boxes alone weigh a full 30 tons. The real mystery isn't how these massive blocks were moved into narrow underground tunnels, but rather their inner surfaces. The inside of these granite boxes is smoother than an optical mirror, and they are precisely crafted with perfect 90-degree angles. Modern measuring devices cannot detect any flaws, not even at the micron level, on these surfaces. Were these massive granite boxes merely tombs, or were they perhaps technical equipment designed to contain an energy frequency that we cannot even replicate today? The renowned archaeologist Sir Flinders Petrie made an astonishing discovery during his detailed examinations of the granite blocks in Egypt. There were spiral-shaped drill marks visible on some of the granite pieces. When Petrie took measurements of the depth of these grooves, he came across a truly shocking revelation. This drill advanced precisely 2 millimeters for every single revolution it made into the stone. This speed, even today, is far beyond the capabilities of our most powerful diamond drills. These findings suggest that ancient civilizations may have drilled granite by softening it with sound waves or some form of frequency technology that remains unknown to us today. Were the engineers of the distant past already employing the very laws of physics we've only recently uncovered, thousands of years ago? Or are these traces the remnants of a colossal industry, long hidden deep within the annals of history? What about energy? We often assume that we waited until the 18th century for the discovery of electricity. However, a simple clay pot discovered in the lands of Mesopotamia near Baghdad pushes this historical timeline back thousands of years. This artifact, which is known as the Baghdad Battery, is composed of a clay pot, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod. When an acidic liquid is introduced, this setup begins to generate electricity. Although the scientific community claims this is merely a simple galvanizing device, the possibility of these batteries coming together to become part of a much larger energy system shakes our entire technological history. In the ancient world, was electricity utilized as a miracle of faith, or was it a practical engineering solution? Those peculiar depictions on the walls of Egypt's Dendera temple might just complete the missing piece of the Baghdad Battery puzzle. figures resembling a giant glass tube with snake-like filaments passing through their core and energy lines connected to them. If these are not light bulbs, then in the deep corridors of pyramids, sealed with thousands of tons of stone, where no sunlight ever penetrates, why is there not a single torch mark, not one trace of soot? These structures have been illuminated by a clean energy source, one that leaves absolutely no trace, using artificial light. Yet the ancient world was much brighter than we had ever imagined. By what great catastrophe was this vast knowledge plunged into darkness? However, the mechanical mystery isn't confined solely to what lies beneath the earth. It also extends into the heavens above. The wooden object discovered in a tomb in Saqqara in 1898, known as the Saqqara bird, is an aerodynamic marvel. While it might resemble a bird at first glance, its wing structure and tail design are remarkably similar to those of a modern glider. Wind tunnel tests performed by NASA scientists have conclusively demonstrated that this particular object possesses truly exceptional flight capabilities. However, the ancient Quimbaya gold figures discovered in South America take this intriguing mystery even further. With their distinct wings, engine nacelles, and tail rudders, these fascinating figures resemble a modern jet aircraft more than any known biological creature. How did ancient civilizations manage to decipher the mechanics of flight and the principles of aerodynamics thousands of years ago? Was this merely a product of their imagination, or were they small models of a lost technology that once dominated the skies? And finally, we arrive at the place where human imagination truly comes to a halt, the ancient Baalbek temple in Lebanon. Here, you'll find 3 enormous stone blocks, famously known as the trilithon. Each of these colossal stones weighs more than 800 tons. How were these enormous masses, which even our most powerful modern cranes would struggle to budge, lifted to a height of 7 meters? The 4th stone in the quarry, the 1200-ton stone of the south, practically screams at us, declaring, there must have been a logistical method completely unknown to us, perhaps through sound, perhaps through magnetism, or perhaps by some frequency-based power that we cannot even begin to comprehend or name today. The laws of physics clearly state that moving these masses with ropes and muscle power is impossible. These rusty gears, laser-precise stones, and colossal blocks remaining today whisper a single truth to us. We are not history's first, but perhaps its final peak. Perhaps humanity is in a cycle of memory loss, reaching a peak every few thousand years, then forgetting everything and starting from scratch. From the colossal stones of Baalbek to the intricate gears of Antikythera, every single discovery, in essence, asks the very same question: who are we as human beings, and what are we truly capable of achieving? The past is not merely made of earth and dust. It is a colossal door, waiting to be opened by the questions we are afraid to ask. And perhaps the most significant truth we will discover beyond this very threshold is just how incredibly fragile our modern world truly is. These silent witnesses from the ancient world will continue to patiently wait until we are finally able to genuinely understand them. So, what secrets do you believe are hidden within that enormous void our history books have chosen to ignore? Share your thoughts in the comments. See you on our next journey as we uncover humanity's lost memory.